Have you ever wondered why you react the way you do to your children? Why certain moments seem to push your buttons more than others? Why certain situations trigger such intense emotions? Why do we sometimes feel overwhelmed or even helpless in the face of our children's needs? Many of us experience moments as parents where we feel perplexed by our own reactions. We might find ourselves questioning our responses, wondering if we're doing the right thing. We might even think, where did that come from? These reactions can seem to come out of nowhere, catching us off guard. The truth is, our past experiences, especially those involving trauma, can have a profound and often unseen impact on our parenting styles. These hidden influences shape how we interact with our children. We often focus on the practical aspects of raising children: feeding, clothing, educating. These are the visible tasks of parenting. But what about the emotional landscape we bring to parenting? The feelings and memories that influence our every decision. Our own childhood experiences, both positive and negative, become woven into the fabric of our parenting. They are the unseen threads that guide our actions and reactions. Understanding how trauma, in particular, shapes our parenting is not about blame or judgment. It's about recognizing these patterns and learning from them. It's about bringing awareness to the unseen forces that can influence our most precious relationships. By understanding these forces, we can become more mindful and compassionate parents. Trauma can manifest in many forms, often in ways we don't immediately recognize. It's not always about a singular, catastrophic event. Sometimes it's a series of smaller, seemingly insignificant moments that build up over time. Sometimes it's the accumulation of smaller wounds, emotional neglect, or feeling unsafe and unseen over time. These experiences can leave deep scars. Trauma leaves its mark on our nervous system, shaping our responses to stress, conflict, and even love. It can affect our relationships and our ability to connect with others. What might seem like an overreaction to a spilled glass of milk could be rooted in a past experience of feeling inadequate or criticized. These reactions are often automatic and deeply ingrained. As parents, we carry these invisible wounds with us. They influence how we interact with our children and how we perceive their actions. We may unknowingly recreate dynamics from our own childhood, perpetuating cycles we never intended to repeat. This can be a difficult pattern to break. This is not our fault. It's how trauma works. It embeds itself in our psyche and influences our behavior. It whispers in our ear, influencing our choices even when we're trying our best. Understanding this can be the first step towards healing and breaking the cycle. Unrecognized trauma can manifest in many ways when it comes to parenting. A parent who experienced emotional neglect might become overly critical or controlling, mistaking these behaviors for love and protection. Someone who grew up with unpredictable anger might become overly permissive, avoiding conflict at all costs. Think about your own triggers as a parent. Do certain situations or behaviors from your children evoke disproportionate reactions? These might be clues pointing to unresolved trauma. Maybe you have an intense fear of your child getting hurt, stemming from a time when you felt unprotected. Or perhaps you struggle with setting boundaries, fearing rejection or abandonment. Section 4. Breaking free, from unconscious patterns to conscious choices. The good news is that we can choose to parent differently. We are not bound by the patterns we inherited or the experiences we endured. Awareness is the first step. By becoming aware of our unconscious patterns, we can start to make conscious choices. By acknowledging the presence of past trauma, we can begin to understand its influence on our parenting choices. This understanding allows us to break free from the cycle. This doesn't mean dredging up every painful memory. Instead, it's about recognizing the patterns that no longer serve us. It's about recognizing patterns and gently questioning why we react in certain ways. Self-compassion is crucial here. We must be kind to ourselves as we navigate this journey. Parenting is hard enough without the added burden of judgment and self-criticism. We need to give ourselves grace. We are all doing the best we can with what we have. Every small step towards awareness and change is a victory. When we can approach ourselves with kindness and understanding, we create space for healing and growth. This space allows us to become the parents we aspire to be. Section 5. The ripple effect. Healing ourselves, healing generations. Here's a powerful insight. Healing our own trauma is not just about us, it's about breaking the cycle for our children. When we choose to confront our past wounds, we create a different legacy for future generations. We show our children that it's okay to acknowledge pain, to seek support, and to grow from our experiences. This work is not easy, but it is deeply rewarding. By choosing to become more aware and intentional parents, we not only heal ourselves, but also offer our children the gift of a more compassionate and emotionally healthy future. Let's continue the conversation. What resonates with you about the connection between trauma and parenting? Share your thoughts and experiences. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are resources available to support you in healing and becoming the parent you want to be. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment below.